Son of a
glitch.
Diddy Kong Racing, the N64 classic with more animals than you can shake a stick at. But it's also got a few mind-blowing glitches too. So you're speeding through a course in first place and this happens. You get a crooked car. Now while it's rare for this to happen, it pretty much kills your race there and then. But this glitch isn't exclusive to races, it occurs in the hub world too. It's more than likely this glitch is caused by the behavior of physics on slopes and such. And the camera becomes skewed too, so I guess we're fresh out of luck on this one. This is probably the only game-breaking glitch you'll experience in normal gameplay, but here's something useful you can try out. During a race and using a car, repeatedly tapping the A button is actually slightly faster than holding the A button. Here's a comparison. Check out our speed in the bottom right of the screen. Holding the A button we barely reach 60, even flat out 60 is the fastest we go. Now tapping the A button 4 to 5 times a second, you'll see that we go over 60, closer to 70. It might not seem much visually, but this slight speed increase adds up and you'll find winning some races a lot easier using this trick. Here's yet another glitch that will help you out. You'll notice that in races between the guardians of the island, they always set off before the race officially starts, putting you at a disadvantage. But for some reason, in the race between Bluey the Walrus, pressing the start button before the course map appears causes him to lag, allowing you to get a fair start in the race. But it seems this glitch only works on Bluey and not the other guardians. Also on Bluey's races, there's a cool but completely useless out of bounds glitch you can try. When the race starts, head back towards the left side of the starting line and using this slight incline, press the R button to jump upwards onto a ledge. Now follow the ledge around and you'll be able to move freely from here. Then just keep heading down the track and you'll go through this mountainside and fall into the void below. Sadly, you won't fall towards the finish line and instead you'll be sent back to the starting line, which is default when the game corrects an error such as falling out of bounds. Getting out of bounds in tracks is a good way to win races or achieve ridiculous lap times. A good one to try that's easier than some out of bounds glitches in other tracks is in treasure caves. At the start of the race, head for the zipper on the right of the track, and if you get a good angle, aim to go downwards and then immediately perform a barrel roll. Now bear in mind this may take some practice. The speed of the zipper and the added speed from the barrel roll push you under the invisible wall and then out of bounds. Once you're out of the track, you have to loosely follow the course around for the lap to count, as not doing so will cause the wrong way error to appear. Also, with the textures being one-sided, not to mention how the areas load, it's hard to see where you reside through the race, so try not to go back in bounds and you're good to go. Now we're really going to break the game. There's a way to get out of bounds on the main island hub world, and doing so will let you race Wizpig from the very beginning of the game before you've even collected a single balloon. To set up this glitch, we use a plane and fly away from the lighthouse at the beach. With enough distance between you and the lighthouse, turn around and fly back towards it, keeping to the left of the lighthouse. On the approach, fly downwards at an angle of about 45 degrees and perform a barrel roll. If you got the timing of the barrel roll right, the plane should now be pushed under the lighthouse. Be sure not to press A to accelerate at this point, as you'll be pushed back in bounds. Instead, simply glide along, and once you're on the other side of this wall, you're free to fly as normal. From here, it's a straight shot to the first Wizpig race loading zone. And if you've ever had trouble beating him, remember that tapping the A button is a lot faster than holding the A button. You're welcome. But as most know, this isn't the end of the game, oh no. In order to get to Future Funland and the ultimate ending of Diddy Kong Racing, we still need to complete all the trophy races. But there's a way around that too, but first we need to check out another out of bounds glitch, this time in the race Hot Top Volcano. Once the race starts off, you're going to need a blue balloon or two to boost and then barrel roll under the lava and out of bounds. This is one of the easier out of bounds in the game, so with a bit of practice you can get this every time. Once again, loosely follow the track to make the laps count and get a fast time. But that's not the real use of this out of bounds glitch in Hot Top Volcano. There's a loading zone mysteriously placed under the starting line that when you fly into it, you're sent back strangely to the main hub world. Knowing this, we can do something very unusual. We'll start by entering the trophy race in Dino Domain and play normally until we reach Hot Top Volcano. Once in that race, we'll once again go out of bounds as before and fly into the loading zone beneath the starting line. When we're sent back to the hub world, you'll notice the game still thinks we're in a trophy race in Dino Domain. From here we can enter into any race from another area, say Dragon Forest, which we don't yet have the trophy for. Right now we're in Windmill Plains, and as you can see, we're still in the trophy race. Upon completion of this race, we'll be awarded a trophy, which looks as though it's in Dino Domain naturally, as that's the trophy race we originally entered. But in reality, we've just been awarded the trophy for the Dragon Forest trophy race. And even though we have this trophy, we're actually told we cannot enter the trophy race until we complete all tasks from this world. So obviously we've pulled off this glitch. glitch. To gain the other trophies from the remaining worlds, we would just rinse and repeat this process. Now before you try this glitch, you must have the 1.1 version of Diddy Kong Racing, as the 1.0 version crashes when you enter the loading zone in Hot Top Volcano. So just a heads up, if you wanted to try this glitch out, it only works on the 1.1 version of the game. Got it? Good. Needless to say, once you have all the trophies and you've beaten the first Wizpig race, future Funland is open to you when you've watched this cutscene. Oh, but wait, we don't have enough balloons to enter any of the races here, so how are we going to progress past this door? By using TT, of course. Now TT can be lured across this room by constantly beeping at him and then cancelling out of the menu once he talks to you, moving backwards and then slightly forwards again and beeping to get his attention once more. By repeating this process, you can get him across this room to this corner of the wall near the trophy race. Why here, you ask? Well, if you keep moving TT into position, eventually this will happen. When TT is at this height, cancelling out of the menu has an odd effect where TT dropping to the ground stomps you out of bounds and you can steer yourself mid-air into the red room and then drive into the final Wizpig race. This skips having to earn all the pieces of the TT amulet and getting 47 balloons. Before we head for the final race, TT can also be used to get into the race against Smokey in Dragon Forest early. In order to do this, drag TT all the way down here in the Dragon Forest hub and position him in front of this door and then cancel out of the menu. Quickly drive up the ramp and then around the corner to the boss door and then beep the horn to get TT's attention. If you're lucky, TT will be positioned like this and cancelling out of the menu will once again stomp you out of bounds and into the boss room loading zone. But this is a really tricky one, guys, so prepare to have your patience tested if you're going to try this. Over in the Sherbet Island hub world, dragging TT out towards the trophy race has this odd effect where eventually TT will just freeze instead of walking away. Sometimes in life you're between a rock and a hard place. Anyway, on to the final race where we're going to yet again venture out of bounds to speed things up a bit. When you reach this area, grab the blue balloon and then make a sharp descent towards this wall and then boost and barrel roll out of bounds. Again, this may take some practice, it's not as easy as Hot Top Volcano, but the action is pretty much the same. As before, you'll still have to follow the track loosely to avoid any wrong way errors, but it's still faster and makes beating Wizpig in this final race that much easier. And that's it, game done, nice job. But wait, there's more. Using everything we've learnt so far, we can really turn this game on its head if we haven't already. Select 2 players and then choose Hot Top Volcano as the track you want to play, and with planes naturally. Perform the Out of Bounds glitch and then fly into the loading zone, which will still take you to the main hub world, even in 2-player mode. Now fly to the Lighthouse and future Funland should be open to you, but upon entering you see we have a plane and not a car, something the game programmers never intended you to have when in this hub. So now there's no need for the TT Stomp Glitch. You can just fly through this wall and onto the final race. The race will take a while to begin, probably due to the fact that it's not a 2-player stage and the game is just like, what? But when it does begin, the race behaves as normal. You can also perform the Out of Bounds glitch for this race and beat it easily, and then once the race is done, the ending cutscene will play out split screen style. Everything is a bit off color, but essentially you finished the game. And if you get all this down to a fine art, you can have this game beaten in about 5 minutes. If that's not a broken game, I don't know what is. And there you have it, a bunch of glitches and stuff you can try out in Diddy Kong Racing. And if you like this episode, hit that like button, share it with everyone you know and love, but most importantly, please subscribe if you want to see more from the series.